Hi, this is Lucy and welcome to an episode of Nora's Kitchen. Today on Nora's Kitchen we are going to be making brain bombs. Brain bombs are a great item for boosting your intelligence, which is important for XP and damage. I will point out straight away that if you have the mutation carnivore, brain bombs will not give you any intelligence. If you have the mutation herbivore, it will actually boost it, but to be honest, I'm not quite sure by how much. I think it's about 25%. So let's go ahead and start making our brain bombs. To make brain bombs, you will need the following ingredients. Brain fungus, mothman eggs, purified water, sugar bombs and wood to cook it. Right, we'll start first of all with brain fungus. Brain fungus tends to grow in places that are dark and damp. There are a couple in flatwoods in one of the caravans, and brain fungus is scattered pretty much all over the map. It likes wet, damp places.
Just keep doing it. You'll make it through.
So the best places to check are caves. Hopewell Cave up here on the map is a good source of them, but you will have to battle a Deathclaw. There are a lot of other enemies around here as well. The same with the Wendigo Cave. Tons and tons of brain fungus, but a Wendigo, Mirelurks and ghouls. So there is a slightly safer cave here, the Deep, which is a new location added with Wastelanders. I won't tell you any more details than that. There are a few brain fungus in there, but watch out for cave crickets. However, I recently discovered there is a safe, easy location to get enough brain fungus for this recipe without any danger at all, and that is the Rusty Pick, which is the legendary vendor. So we are going to go there now. So we've arrived at the legendary vendor, and as you can see, at the moment there are no enemies about. I've never been attacked here since Mermurg moved. There are a few enemies over there, and there's a spawn point down the road, but the actual spawn-in point here, which is just up the road from Charleston Fire Station, is pretty safe. If you are a low-level player, you can probably get here quite easily by sort of sneaking round the back of Charleston. Be aware there are a lot of enemies in Charleston, but they are mostly low level. So we'll head on in. Hi Mermurg, you're looking very pretty today. I do like your headscarf. As you can see here on the wall, there are some brain fungus. Unfortunately, I've already picked these, so they're not showing as pickable again for me. But there is one here on this wall, one here on the floor. If you put the card Green Thumb on, you will get 2 for every one that you pick. If you head to the back of the room, by the scrapping machine, you'll notice a door. If you go downstairs, there's workbenches down here, and there is some scrap around. Head on further down. There used to be enemies here, but since Mermurg has taken over this area, there are no enemies. There is a third one here on the wall here, and 2 more here and here. Keep going down right to the bottom, and you will find the final one here. That gives you 6, and as I said, if you have Green Thumb on, you will have double that amount, so you will in fact have 12. Sometimes you can see some of Mermurg's assistants working in here. As you can see from the big box of script, business is booming. There is a holotape here if you want to hear more about the history of Duchess. It's a little spoiler for you. There are quite a few glowing mushrooms down here as well. Right, now we have our brain fungus, we have to get our next ingredient, and that is mothman eggs. And by far the easiest place to get them, and the most you can get in any one place, is Point Pleasant. So we'll head there now. Because of the Mothman connection, Point Pleasant is full of cultists. They are quite low level, but if you want to avoid as many as you can, then head down to the river. And miss the float. Along by the river here, you will find lots of mothman eggs.
Mothman, protect me! The Holy Land will reclaim me.
Forever. The light is eternal.
As you can see, the cultists don't really want to part with the mothman eggs, but you can persuade them with the application of a few 556.
Now, to my final reward.
And this is what mothman eggs look like. I think that's all here. No, there's some more. If you require more,
Not good enough. I still live. I lived only for you, holy Mothman.
wow, they don't have to go on a lot after they die. Get him from here. If you need more, you can head into town. And round the base of the Mothman statue, you will find lots and lots of eggs. Mothman's obviously been very busy. Or possibly Mothwoman. If you haven't seen the Mothman in the game yet, he doesn't look anything like the statue, unfortunately. Although he is kind of cute and fluffy. So I actually prefer the game version, to be honest. Yeah, I could definitely go for a Mothman plushie. That would be good. Ooh. That was not very nice, was it? Oh well.
Damn you, unbeliever. This is worthy.
I regret
quickly leave the cultists to their business. And hopefully they won't follow us. If you're looking for a location where there's a bit less conflict, there are a few at Kanawha. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Kanawha County Cemetery. Most of the enemies are actually in the church up there, but if you come to this shed here, you will find a few here. And no enemies. So I'm now going to head back to the kitchen.
Optical sensors calibrated for detection of sparkle.
Oh, he's so annoying. Right, anyway. Another ingredient we need is purified water. As you can see here, I have a water purifier. You can buy purified water from vendors and find it in the world, but if you want purified water, you are going to have to get the plan for a water purifier. And early on in the game, it's worth knowing that you don't have to buy it. You can actually get it from Camp McClintock. If you go into the main area, there is an overseer's box, and the plan for this water purifier is there, and it's free. You will, however, obviously need to power it, and it takes, I think it takes 8 to power. Yeah. Now for our last ingredient, sugar bombs. I have found sugar bombs can be quite tricky to find. I know of 3 places that you're guaranteed to get them, pretty much. However, I have found that they are much rarer on private servers. If you want to start collecting sugar bombs, I would suggest you do it on a public server. And I'm going to hop over to a public server in a minute and show you where to get them. Obviously there are random spawns of sugar bombs as well. Anywhere that you find food lying around, you have a small chance that it will be sugar bombs. So I would suggest, if you want to make brain bombs regularly, that you try and stock up on some sugar bombs before you start. So we're going to hop over to a public server now. So we're in a public world, and the first place that we're going to go is Flatwoods, as there's 2 places in Flatwoods you can get sugar bombs. We're going to head to the church. And go all the way to the back and upstairs to the steeple. Be aware there is sometimes a radroach here. Oh, there he is. There's usually a bit of scrap here that's worth picking up. And stagger up the spiral staircase. And at the top you will find sugar bombs. There's normally between 1 and 3 here, but bear in mind that sometimes another player might get there before you. The second place in Flatwoods is on top of the garage roof. Unfortunately, you will need marsupial or a jetpack to get up there. I'm just going to pop in here and pick up my Nuka-Cola and any salt. Oh, and dog food for Blue. Doesn't look like there's any salt. Oh, more dog food. Doesn't look like there's any salt today. There might be some out in the... Oh, there we go. There usually are a couple of ghouls at the garage, and if you're low level, they're pretty easy to take out. They are very low. The best way I find to get on the roof is to get on this car. I've just spotted 2 quantums in there. Ooh. Wow, 5 Nuka-Colas. Okay, this is obviously a lucky server. Obviously Nora has marsupial. Unfortunately, it does not look like there are any brain bombs. Oh, there they are. Sugar bombs, even. For some reason, my brain cannot distinguish between the word sugar bombs, brain bombs, and brain fungus. So I may use all of those interchangeably throughout this video. I'd like to say August was a terrible month, and it's the 1st of September, and so far September's not been going great either. So there we go, I've got 4 sugar bombs from that trip. Make sure that whenever you are about in the world that you check for food in kitchens and restaurants, and also always check food containers, lunch boxes, coolers, etc., because you may find brain bombs there. The last place I'm going to show you is pretty much for high level players only, or for players that are very brave. I'm going to go to Mosstown. Mosstown is over in the mire, and as well as scorched there is also a fissure, so you may get scorched beasts. When you get to the spawn point, make sure that you're crouched and that your light's off. And if you skirt around to the left, I have been able to do this a few times without actually being attacked. You will see this building up here. The way I usually get in caution, and yeah, we got scorched beast, is to jump on the roof and drop down through this hole. And in this corner is a bath, and usually there are sugar bombs here. Obviously there's only 1 today. I have been reliably informed that you can get up to 5 here. So if you're desperate for sugar bombs, it is worth the trip. I'm now hidden, so I can hopefully fast travel away without taking any damage, or at least on a countdown. So I will see you back at my camp. So we're back at the camp, and it's a bright new morning. And Gramps is nowhere to be found. He's probably skiving off somewhere. But at least it'll be quiet. I really should see if... Oh, there you are.
Oh, pardon me, kid.
Have you done any work today? I'm going to have a word with those nice people at Crater and see if someone there wants a job. Honestly. You're so useless. Right, we should have all the ingredients that we require now to make brain bombs, so I will have a go. Make sure that you have the card Super Duper on when you're cooking or crafting anything, because it gives you a chance to double what you make.
Never give up. Just keep doing it. You'll make it through.
So there you have it. We've made our brain bombs. Like most things that you make, brain bombs do have a condition bar, so make sure that you don't make too many because they won't keep. Obviously, having a refrigerator or the card good with salt helps. And as you can see, these give us 90 hit points, 300 action points, and +3 intelligence. So here we have our brain bombs, and as you can see they look just like brain fungus, which is possibly why I keep getting all the words confused. So have fun with your brain bombs. That's all from me today. Thank you for watching.